What's up, everyone? I hope you guys are having a great day today. So today I'm going to be going over all of the new comic books for New Comic Book Day, March 17th, 2021. I'm going to be going over all the covers, variant covers, new arcs, first appearances, and any sort of important info that you guys need to help you decide which issues you're going to be picking up this week, so stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, AR Comics, and today I'm going to be going over all of the new comics this week for New Comic Book Day, March 17th, 2021. But before I get started on that list, if you are new to the channel, I drop weekly comic book content that'll keep you up to date on all of the latest releases. So if that sounds like something you do not want to miss out on, make sure you hit that subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content. You won't regret it. And now, without further ado, let's get started on these books. So I hope you guys had a great New Comic Book Day last week. I know I did. I loved almost all the books I picked up. It was a great week for indie lovers. Marvel was okay, and I picked up one issue from DC. It was the new Joker series, and I really liked that one too. So let me know what you think down low about last week's New Comic Book Day. But for now, I've got a ton of books to go over. So starting off with AWA Upshot, we've got Erratic number 4. This is the main cover A for it, and honestly, it's probably one of my least favorite series from AWA right now. I do think it is worth the read, but I think it's better read in a trade paperback. So if you do want to read it and you haven't started it yet, just be on the lookout for when they release it. Now moving on to AFTERSHOCK Comics, they've got two different issues coming out. The first one is Red Atlantis number 5. This one only has a cover A. I haven't read this series yet, but I've heard so many good things about it. Then moving on, we've got a brand new series from them. It's called The Bequest number 1. This is the main cover A for it. And now the artwork's not available yet for this one, but there is a 1 in 15 Tyler Walpole incentive variant for it. So if you are interested in this issue, just be on the lookout for that one. Now moving on to Antarctic Press, they've got a few different issues coming out. The first one is Hot Valley Days and Cocaine Nights number 3. This is the main cover A for it. Now next up, we've got Horror Comics Black and White issue number 3, and same thing, this one only has a cover A. And now moving on, the next comic we're going to be talking about is Gold Digger number 279. This is cover A for it. And now it also has a Gold Digger issue 280 coming out. Same thing, only has a cover A. But if you are interested in this series, they are releasing issues 279 and 280 together. Now, next issue I'm going to be talking about is Exciting Comics number 9. This is the cover A main cover, and now we have the cover B Shannon variant. Now, next up on my list, we've got Cat Shit 1, Volume 2. This is issue number 3. This one only has a cover A. And the final issue they're going to be coming out with this week is Planet Comics number 3. This is the cover A main cover, and now we've got the cover B Arosa variant. But those are all the issues I'm going to be talking about from that publisher. So moving on to Action Lab Comics, they've got a few different issues coming out. The first one is Vamp Blade Season 4. This is issue number 12. It's got a cover A. This is the main cover. There is a cover B, but they didn't have any artwork available for it yet. But moving on after that, we've got a cover C. This is the Rude Tunes Reynolds variant cover. And now the final cover is the cover E, and this is the Herman variant. Now moving on after that, we've got Sasquatch in Love. This is issue number 4, and this one only has a cover A for it. And then the final one I'm going to be talking about from them is Miranda in the Maelstrom, issue number 4, and same thing, this one only has a cover A. And now moving on to American Mythology Productions, the first issue I'm going to be talking about is Edgar Rice Burroughs' The Land That Time Forgot, Fearless number 2. Now this one does have a cover A and a cover B. The cover B is just a black and white variant, but neither of those covers are available yet, so if you are interested in what the artwork looks like, just be on the lookout for that when the issue releases on Wednesday. Now the final issue they're going to be coming out with is The Moon Maid, The Three Keys, issue number 2. This is the main cover A, and now this is cover B, the pulp art variant cover. Now after that, we've got Archie Comics. The first one is World of Archie, Jumbo Comics Digest, issue 107, and this is a brand new story, and this is the main cover A for it. And the final issue they're coming out with is World of Betty and Veronica, Jumbo Comics Digest, issue number 3, and this is also a brand new story with only a cover A. Now moving on to Behemoth Comics, they've got a few different issues. The first one is Vietnam Horror number 1, so this is a brand new series. Be on the lookout for that if you're interested in it, and this is the main cover A for it. And the final issue they're coming out with is Paranormal Hitmen number 2, and same thing, this one only has a cover A. Now we're going to be moving on to Heavy Metal Magazine. The first one is Savage Circus number 4. This is cover A for it. And then after that, we have Darkwing issue number 4, and same thing, this one only has a cover A. Now, next up on my list, we have Mad Cave Studios, Knights of the Golden Sun, issue number 11, and this is the main cover A. And the final issue they're going to be coming out with is They Fell from the Sky, issue number 2, and this is the same thing. It only has a cover A. Next up, we're going to be talking about Rebellion. The first issue is 2000 AD. Now, it says it's issue number 2223. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's what it did say. Only has a cover A, but the artwork's not available for it yet. And then the final issue they're going to be coming out with is Judge Dredd Magazine, issue number 430, and this is cover A for it. Next up, we're going to be talking about Scout Comics. The first one is The Recount number 3, and this is cover A for it. I've heard so many good things about The Recount. There's a lot of people that actually comment down low, and they're like, yo, you should check this one out. I haven't had an opportunity to. I think for this one, it's something I'm going to have to order on eBay. I haven't really looked at My Comic Shop or any of the other ones, but a lot of people, if you are interested, have been telling me it's very good. Next up, we've got a brand new series coming out from them. It's called Midnight Western Theater number 1. This is the main cover A for it, and now this is the cover B, the John Gallagher variant. Next up, from Vault Comics, we've got one issue coming out. It's called I Walk with Monsters. This is issue number 4. This is the main cover A, and now this is the cover B, Jonathan Hickman variant. And same thing, I've heard really good reviews about this one as well, but I just was never able to find the earlier issues. Next up, from Titan Books, we've got Life is Strange, Partners in Time, issue number 5, and this is the main cover A for it. And now from Valiant, we've got Savage, issue number 2. This is cover A. This is cover B, the Walsh variant. And now for cover C, the artwork's not available yet, so same thing like I've been saying. If you're interested in finding out what cover C is, just be on the lookout for it. And now next up from Oni Press, we have Invader Zim, Quarterly Greatest Plan, issue number 1. So this is a brand new series from them. This is the cover A, main cover for it. And now this is cover B, the Cab variant. So now moving on to Ablaze, we've got a brand new series with a ton of different covers. It's called Eros Psych, issue number 1. This is cover A, the main cover. Cover B, the Marie Lovelet variant. Now we have cover C, the Mercado variant. Cover D, the Sabin Rich variant. And now we also do have some incentive variants as well. We have a 1 in 10 Mercado Virgin variant, a 1 in 20 Mercado Virgin variant as well. It's just a different cover. Now we have a 1 in 30 Andolfo Virgin variant. So if you are interested in this series, there are a ton of different covers coming out. Be on the lookout for that. And now from Ahoy Comics, we have Happy Hour, issue number 5. This is the cover A, main cover for it. Now moving on from there, we have Wake Entertainment. They have one issue coming out. It's Essentia number 3. This one only has a cover A. And it's the same thing. Haven't had an opportunity to find these back issues for Essentia, but I've heard very good things about that one as well. And now next up on the list, we have Archaea. I think I probably said that wrong, but they've got one issue coming out. It's Jim Henson's Storyteller Tricksters number 1, so this is a brand new one coming out from them. This is the cover A, main cover. We've got the cover B, Pendergast variant. And now we have a cover C, Blank Sketch variant, but this one's not available yet. And now finally, we have a cover D, a 1 in 25 Peach Momoko variant. Now moving on from there, we've got Xenoscope Entertainment. They've got one issue coming out, but it's a brand new series. It's called Robin Hood, Cult of the Spider number 1. This is the main cover A for it. This is the cover B, Josh Burns variant. And now finally, this is the cover C, John Royal variant. Then next up after that, we've got Magnetic Press. They've got one issue coming out. It's Gunland number 12, and this one only has a cover A for it. Now out of all those issues I just talked about, honestly, I don't think I'm going to be picking up any of them. Maybe Erratic. I am 3 issues deep in that one, so it would make sense to grab the 4th one. I think this one actually is the last one. Maybe it's a 5-issue run. Either way, I'll probably end up getting it. So now let's talk about Image Comics and Boom Studios. So I don't know about you guys, but honestly, I think Image and Boom have been killing it lately. I've been loving almost everything that they've been releasing. So if you've been feeling that same way, let me know down low what some of your favorite series have been. But first up today from Image, we have Radiant Black. This is issue number 2, and I loved that first issue. I thought the concept of the story was so cool. But this has 3 different covers. The first one, this is the main cover A. This is the Greco variant cover B. And the third one is a 1 in 25 retailer incentive variant. So now moving on, after that, we have Headlopper. This is issue number 15. This is 2 different covers. This is cover A, the main cover, and followed by that, we have cover B. This is the brown variant. I don't really know anyone that is reading Headlopper, so if you are reading this, if you like it, let me know what you think about it down low. But moving on, after that, we have Kick-Ass vs. Hit Girl. This is issue number 5. This is 3 different covers. The first one, this is the main cover A. Followed by that, we have the black and white Ramita Jr. cover B variant. And the final one is the cover C Brooks Miller variant. And moving on after that, we've got Tartarus. This is issue number 10, and if you are reading this series, this is the end of the arc, so you don't want to miss out on this one. And this one only has a cover A, but followed by that, we have The Walking Dead Deluxe. This is issue number 11, and it has 3 different covers. The first one, this is the cover A, the main cover. Followed by that, we have the cover B variant, the Moore and McCraig cover. And then the last one is the cover C Tedesco variant. And now moving on to the final issue from Image this week, we have a brand new series coming out. It's called Ultra Mega issue number 1. This has a few different covers. The first one is cover A. This is the main cover. Followed by that is the cover B Moore variant. And then we have a blank sketch variant, which is cover C. And then we also have 2 retailer incentives. The first one is a 1 in 5 incentive variant, and the last one is a 1 in 10 incentive variant. This is a brand new series from Image. I'm definitely going to be giving it a shot. So out of all those issues from Image this week, I'm definitely going to be giving Ultra Mega number 1 a shot, most likely just cover A. And the only other one I'm going to be getting from them is Radiant Black issue number 2. Same thing, just cover A. And now moving on to Boom Studios, they've got a few different issues coming out. The first one is Origins issue number 5. This is cover A, the main cover. And followed by that, we have a 1 in 10 Rebelka incentive variant cover. Honestly, I read the first issue. I really didn't like it. They didn't really have a lot of dialogue, so they focused on the artwork, and I really didn't grasp what the story was about. But I did hear it got a lot better. So for those of you that were like me and gave up after the first issue, a lot of people did say it got a lot better. And now moving on to the next issue, we have Abbott 1973. This is issue number 4. This one has a few different covers. The first one is cover A. This is the main cover. Followed by that is cover B, the Allen variant. And then we also have a black and white cover C variant. And the final one is going to be a 1 in 25 Danny retailer incentive variant. I read the first issue. I would have kept going with it because I did like how the first issue was presented, but I didn't realize that there was a whole previous series with this character, so I didn't want to continue on with this without reading that stuff first, but a lot of people I've talked to said this series is still good, and the first series with Abbott was very good as well. Moving on to the next issue, we have The Expanse, issue number 4. This is cover A, the main cover. Followed by that is cover B, the Walker variant. And then we have 2 incentive variants. The first one is a 1 in 10 Sliney incentive variant. And the last one is a 1 in 25 Sliney incentive variant as well. And now moving on to the final issue coming out from Boom Studios this week, we have Orcs number 2. This is the main cover, cover A. Followed by that, we have the cover B, Boo variant. And then the final cover is a 1 in 10 Andolfo retailer incentive variant. Now, out of those few issues coming out from Boom this week, I don't really anticipate on picking up any of them. So next up, let's talk about Dark Horse, IDW, and Dynamite. So this week, Dark Horse is having an extremely light week. They're only coming out with 1 series, but it is a brand new one. It's Orphan and the 5 Beasts, issue number 1, and it only has a cover A. It did sound pretty cool, but most likely I won't be picking it up. Now, moving on to IDW, they've got a couple different issues coming out. The first one is the TMNT Ongoing. This is issue 115. This is cover A, the main cover. Followed by that, this is the cover B Eastman variant, and then it also has a 1 in 10 incentive variant. Now, moving on from there, I talked about this one last week, but I think they got the dates mixed up on the previews website. So we have Transformers Back to the Future, issue number 3. This is cover A. This is cover B, the Phil Mirth variant, but this cover art isn't available yet, so be on the lookout for that. And same thing, it's got a 1 in 10 retailer incentive variant, but this cover art isn't available either. So after that, we've got Star Trek Year 5, issue number 19. This is cover A, the main cover. And then next up, we have a 1 in 10 retailer incentive variant for this series. And then moving on, we've got My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, issue 95. And if you are reading this, this is a brand new arc, so you don't want to miss out on that, My Pony fans. This is cover A, the main cover. Followed by that is the cover B, Brianna Garcia variant. And the final cover for this one is a 1 in 10 retailer incentive variant. And now the final issue coming out from IDW this week is a brand new series. It's G.I. Joe Castle Fall, issue number 1. This is cover A, the main cover. Followed by that is cover B. There's no art for this one yet. And then the final cover for this one is a B. Williams variant. Now, out of all those issues I just talked about too from IDW, I most likely won't be picking any of them up. I'm not reading any of those series, and particularly not really interested in My Little Pony. So next up from Dynamite, they've only got 1 issue coming out. It's Vampirella, The Dark Powers, issue number 4. So I'm not going to be talking about these covers like I've been for the previous videos. There are 26 different covers coming out, and that's including cover A. So if you are interested in this issue, just check with your local comic book shop to see which ones they're going to be getting in. But now let's talk about DC Comics next. So in last week's video, I asked you guys what you thought about the whole DC Infinite Frontier event so far, and honestly, I got a lot of positive feedback. I forgot to get Infinite Frontier Zero. I still do plan on grabbing it. I read the new Joker series, and I really liked it, but overall, there's a lot of positive feedback from it. A lot of the issues, everyone was saying, they were pretty good. Even some of these backup stories were good. So, I might have to start investing in some of these DC comics because, Marvel's not really doing it for me right now. I've been moving pretty much towards strictly indie at this point. But first up today from DC, we have Nightwing 78. This is a brand new arc. This is the cover A for it, and now this is the cover B variant. Moving on, we've got Justice League, issue number 59. This one has a ton of different covers, so I'm going to be going through them kind of on the quick side. And this is also a brand new arc with a possible first appearance. So if you're interested in any of these characters or Justice League, make sure you don't miss out on this one. But this is cover A, the main cover. Next up, we have a wraparound variant. Following that, we have the Leon Sharp Snyder Cut Variant Edition cover. After that, we have the black and white variant cover. Moving on from there, we've got the Lee Bermejo variant plus a black and white variant for this one. And then after that, we have the Jim Lee variant, also a black and white variant to go along with that one. And finally, we've got a Cal New variant for this one. So like I said, there are a ton of different covers coming out for this one. Next up, we've got a brand new series coming out. It's called Superman Red and Blue. This is issue number 1. This is the cover A, the main cover. Followed by that is the Lee Bermejo variant cover. And the final one that they're going to be coming out with is the A-Man variant cover. I definitely butchered that name. I'm terribly sorry about that. That issue actually sounded pretty cool. It seems like I'm having a pretty light week so far, so I might end up picking this one up. If you guys are picking it up, let me know if I should. Moving on, we've got Batman vs. Ra's al Ghul. This is issue number 5, and this one only has a cover A. And then next up, we've got Truth and Justice, issue number 2. This is the cover A, the main cover. And followed by that, this is the cover B for the variant. And the final issue I'm going to be talking about from DC today is Looney Tunes issue 259, and this is cover A, the main cover. So out of all those issues I just talked about, I probably won't be getting really any of them. So next up, let's finish it up with Marvel Comics. So to go with DC's question last week, I kind of asked the same thing about Marvel. How do you feel about the direction of Marvel right now? All the mini runs they're pumping out, the variant covers, the stories, and honestly, I got a lot of negative feedback. It was kind of the same thing I've been thinking. Someone actually commented, they said it's very corporate, and I think that is the best way to describe it right now. You have these writers who want to put out a certain story, and they might not be able to put the story they want because they have to follow Marvel's guidelines, and I don't know. I love talking about it with you, so if you have a different opinion than me, let's talk about it down low. But the first issue today from Marvel is Thor, issue number 13. I do love this series, though. I think Donny Cates overall is doing a great job on it. This arc is kind of on the slower side. I'm not really liking the direction that it's going. I thought it started off a lot stronger than it's been. But this is cover A, the main cover, and followed by that, we have a Michael Cho two-tone variant, and the final one they're coming out with is a 1 in 25 Klein retailer incentive variant. And then moving on from there, we have X-Force 18, and this is a possible new arc. It did say in the description, it was tagged with Welcome to Their Nightmares. So if you were interested in this series or you were reading it, you might be able to give me a little bit more info on that. And like I said, it could be a new arc for you. But this is cover A, the main cover, and followed by that, we have a Rob Liefeld Deadpool 30th Anniversary. This has a variant A and a variant B. Now moving on from there, we have Captain Marvel issue 27, and this is the end of the arc. So I talked about in one of my last videos that I'm not really liking Captain Marvel right now. I think I am going to drop it, but this is the end of the arc, so I'm going to follow it through and just see how this arc plays out, and we'll go from there. I do think in the next issue, Captain Marvel gets a new suit, so maybe that'll be cool. We'll see how it goes. But this is cover A, the main cover. And followed by that, we have a cover B, the Bernard Chang Captain Marvel Thing variant, and the final one they're coming out with is the Hans variant. And then moving on from there, we have Sword, issue number 4. This is a King in Black tie-in. This has a cover A, this is the main cover, and then followed with that, it has a 1 in 25 retailer incentive Scaleria variant. Now the next issue I'm going to be talking about is Iron Man, issue number 7. I read, I think, the first 3 issues, or I read the whole first arc, and honestly, I did not like it at all. Just my opinion. I've talked to a few people that did enjoy it, but for the most part, a lot of people I've spoken with, they kind of said the same thing. It was just kind of not that good. But this is cover A, the main cover. Next up, we've got a Michael Cho two-tone variant, and the final one that they're coming out with is a Bartel Hellcat Women's History Month variant. That is a mouthful. The next issue I'm going to be talking about is Star Wars Bounty Hunters, issue number 10, and for those of you reading this, this is the end of the arc, so you don't want to miss out on this one. I read, I think, the first 2 issues. I thought it was pretty good, but I just didn't keep up with it at the time. This is cover A, the main cover, and then this is the Sprouse Empire Strikes Back variant cover. The next issue is Spider-Woman, issue number 10. This is cover A, the main cover. The Ron Lim variant, the Michael Cho two-tone variant, and the final one is the Bartel Spider-Woman Women's History Month variant. I read the first few issues, same thing as it's kind of been. I thought this one was alright, but I was at a time in my life where I had to kind of decide which ones I'm going to be continuing on with. This one didn't make the cut. I thought it was pretty decent though, and a lot of other people I talked to said the same thing. It's a pretty solid run, and if it means anything, my dad's even reading this one, and he pretty much is very strict on which ones he picks up, so he likes it. It gets the AR Comics dad approval. And now next up, the next issue is Champions, issue number 5. And same thing, this is possibly the end of the arc, kind of the way it was described. It sounded like it was the end. And I did give up on this series. I stopped, I think, the last issue. Just not for me. I don't like the direction it's going in. I thought every issue was just slightly boring. It started off pretty strong in issue 1, though. But this is cover A, the main cover. And now this is the Pacelli Miss Marvel thing variant. And now for this next issue I'm going to be talking about, it is a brand new series, but it is a King in Black tie-in, so it probably only is going to be probably 2 or 3 issues, but it is Spider-Man, so I'm definitely going to be picking this one up. This one has a cover A. This is the main cover. This is the Liefeld Deadpool 30th anniversary variant. This is cover A, and it also has a cover B for it. It also has a Vincentini variant, and the final one that they have is a Del Otto variant. It has a cover A and a cover B for that one. And then moving on, we have Marvel issue number 6, and this is the end of the series if you are reading this one. This is the main cover A. Followed by that, we have a Del Otto variant A and a B. And now finally we have a 1 in 25 Bermejo retailer incentive variant. And now the next issue I'm going to be talking about is Iron Fist Heart of the Dragon, issue number 3. This is cover A, the main cover, and the final one is a Verege variant. I probably butchered that name too. And a lot of people have been asking me about this Iron Fist series. I haven't read it. I didn't read the last one either. I am kind of interested in it, but at the same time, it's only, I think, a 5-issue mini run or a 6 issue, so I just didn't want to put my money into it. But moving on, we've got a brand new series coming out from Marvel. It's Black Knight, Curse of the Ebony Blade. This is issue number 1. It's got a ton of different variants. This is cover A, the main cover. Followed by that, we've got a Cable Stormbreakers variant. We also have a Ron Lim variant, a Knock Headshot variant, a Momoko variant, Hans variant, and then we also have a Momoko 1 in 100 Virgin variant, a 1 in 100 for the Black Knight Curse of the Ebony Blade. I really don't know a lot of people that are going to be getting this unless if you kind of get everything from Marvel. A lot of the people I've talked to either on Instagram or we've talked down low in the comments section, a lot of people didn't seem too interested in this for when it was coming out. But then after that, we've got Captain America Anniversary Tribute, issue number 1. This is cover A, the main cover, and followed by that, we have the Brooks variant. And now the final issue coming out from Marvel this week is Ultraman, The Trials of Ultraman, issue number 1. Same thing, this one has a ton of different covers. This is cover A, the main cover. This is the Frank variant, Asamiya variant, the Mana variant, the Momoko variant. Now we also have some retailer incentives. The first one is a 1 in 10 TV variant, a 1 in 25 Art Adams Kaiju variant, and finally a 1 in 100 Momoko Virgin variant. Now out of all those issues I just talked about Marvel, it honestly does seem like I'm going to be having a very light week. I'm definitely going to be getting Thor issue number 13, most likely just cover A, and I think the only other one I plan on getting is going to be that Spider-Man number 1 King in Black tie-in. So now let's do a recap. So what do you guys think about the new comics this week? Honestly, I think we're about to have a really light week, at least for me. Marvel, I'm only getting, looks like 2 issues. I might not get anything from DC. I got maybe a couple issues from Image, probably nothing from Boom Studios. So I'm really hoping some of these smaller publishers, I'll be able to get a lot of these books, maybe some of the newer ones, but we'll see how it goes. Let me know down low in the comments section which ones you're looking forward to most. I would love to talk about it with you. And maybe, hey, you know something I don't know, and there's an issue that you're just really looking forward to, and it's something that wasn't on my radar, and I'll be able to pick it up. But thank you for watching my video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And if you don't want to miss out on any of my upcoming content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content. You won't regret it. And I've got 2 more videos sitting off to the side here with more of my comic book content. Click on one of those, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.